Einstein famously said that compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. And you must have heard of this in references of investing. People often talk about Warren Buffett when they are talking about the effect of compounding. Because it's said that he made most of his wealth because he started early and because of that compound effect. Buffett is said to have started investing at the age of 10, and by 30 his net worth was 1 million, which is inflation adjusted, of course. Today he's 90 and he's still investing. His investments get a return of about 22%, and today his net worth is around $85 billion. Let's compare this to a normal person. Let's say that this person starts investing at the age of 30. At 30, he or she might have an amount of about 25K, which is fairly reasonable in the US. Let's say that this person quits investing at the age of 60 and also gets about 22% return on the stock market, which is a little difficult, but let's take an optimistic scenario. How much do you think this person's net worth is going to be? Any guesses? It's close to $12 million. Yes, the difference is huge. It's insane. When you start investing, this is how the curve looks like. And Jeff Olson also talks about this in his book, Slightly Edge. He says, if we compare two people, one who started investing early and kept investing every month, and the other who invested for first 1 or 2 months and then because he did not see any returns, quit investing. For both these people, the graph is going to look very much the same up until 6 years. And after the 6th year, for the person who kept investing all this while, there's a sharp turn in the graph and it goes upwards. And for the other person who invested for a couple of months and then stopped doing it, the graph does not stay straight. It actually goes down. And this is the graph. And with your entrepreneurial journey or investing, or when you're building a relationship or anything that's significant in life, this is exactly how the graph looks like. That is, you don't see any returns for the initial few days, months, or even years. And then the graph just goes upwards. If you observe some of the most successful entrepreneurs also, it's not the first or the second idea that has hit the home run. It's probably the third or the fourth idea because of this compound effect maybe. All the amassed human intelligence and social capital was used in the idea that hit that home run. Interestingly, this is how the memory graph looks like. And it says that whenever we are starting out with a new thing, we have a very strong memory of it. So if you don't work out and you start hitting the gym, for the initial few days, you'll have a very strong awareness and memory of how painful the thing is and how your body aches. And over a period of time, you start developing a habit for the thing and you stop having a memory or an awareness of, maybe of pulling up the weights or working out. Now, if you bring these two graphs together, you'll see that when you're just starting out, you have a very strong memory of how the whole process feels like. And also, you don't see any returns. That is, you don't see anything that will motivate you to keep going with it. And the point where the two graphs come together is where most people quit. So the compound effect never really kicks off. So in essence, all of these things tell you to look at entrepreneurship or building muscles or investing or anything significant in life as a marathon and not a sprint. They tell you that significant things in life have a compound effect. They keep adding up, and you have to be very consistent with it over a long period of time to be successful with it. And consistency is very tough because nobody in their sane minds would like to continue doing something for days, months, or with things like investing even years. Because really, why would you if you cannot see any results? Sure, there are all these people online telling you to do these things, but how do you know if these people are not spammers who want to sell you something down the line? But if so many people are saying it, maybe you want to pay attention and apply it to build an audience to sell your SaaS. And do this as you build your MVP. You might not see any results at the start, not the first month, not the second, not even maybe the month after that, but you want to keep going. Because if you want to build and sell a SaaS in 2022, you have to do it right and you have to stay consistent. Now, when I say you want to do it right, I mean that you can't just post random things about your life and expect people to care and convince yourself that it takes time. You have to put yourself out there and share value around topics that your community genuinely cares about. You want to add value because people don't know you yet. They don't care about things in your life. They only care about what's useful to them. In my video on building in public, I talk about how if you're building a productivity tool, then you don't want to post a picture on Twitter saying, hey, I read this awesome book on productivity. Instead, you might do something like write a thread on 3 things that Atomic Habits taught me, or why most people get productivity wrong. The second bit is staying consistent at your game. So once you've started building a community, you want to continue doing that. There'll be times when something works and there'll be times when something does not. It's all a part of the process. You just have to keep going and double down on things that are working. And there's only one hack, just one, around staying consistent no matter what. It is building systems and processes. And to help you understand this, let me give you a peek into my calendar. If you observe carefully, I've blogged specific days on when I record and script my YouTube videos. I also have time blocked for when I write and post my LinkedIn posts. And I have a process for both of them because YouTube and LinkedIn are the 2 platforms I leverage. I have a process around curation, templatizing, creating, and then distributing my content. I never stare at a blank screen. I never think about what I have to write. I never create something that utterly flops because nearly everything is automated, like an assembly line, all at its place. Now, inside of our Traction program, I teach you exactly how to build these systems out and also how you can automate engaging your community. So if you're interested in that, check the links in the comments below. I hope this was useful. As always, this is Mrig.